Well, I believe that the internet is probably the only place in the world where you could take $10 investment. That's it, $10, and within 4 years turn it into something that's generating like $70,000-$80,000 a year for you. God, where are you going to get a job like that, or a college degree that could do that? No, it's the internet. This is what this interview is all about. This young woman, actually, she got a degree in microbiology, but she liked making jewelry like from Victoria era. And she's upstate in the middle of nowhere in the state of Maine. And she goes on the internet, starts with like just $10 worth of equipment on how to make jewelry. She starts making it. Puts on one of these platforms, that generates income and sales for, and sure, it took some time, but in 40 years, when she got really serious at this stuff, now, man, where's she else going to make $80,000 or so doing something like this? And the investment only $10. Man, that's why it is just remarkable, I think, what's going on in the world now. And that's because, businesses are closing. These big stores, all the traditional ways of doing things are closing. You listen to her, people are calling her because they want special stuff. They want different stuff than they're going to get in these big department stores or big box stores. A lot of retail, man, and shopping malls are closing down. Sure, they're not going to go away overnight, but this is what's growing in our country. You, me, and other individuals just making things right at home for people. I mean, she gets calls from people at wedding parties that want special little necklaces or choke collars or whatever you call these things. I don't even know. Actually, there's one she does that has a bow tie for women. A little choke collar thing, fabric, with a bow tie on. I said, I can get that for my wife so we can both go out and wear bow ties. But it's so exciting that what can happen and how you could change her life. She's now got a son that's 3 years old, so she's able to have time. Sure, she's working like heck. Sure, it takes some time or whatever. But then she has control over time. The son needs her, in the middle of the day, she's flexible because she has control over time. Nobody else has control over her. So watch her, and learn how she do it. So you could maybe think about doing this too. Well, Lindsay Veal. Veal? Veal. And more importantly, it's the website, Arthlin, ARTHLIN, if you're dumb like me and don't know how to spell, .com. And we find your wonderful Victorian-inspired jewelry that you've been making. And you were telling me for another, God, you were a microbiology scientist before you got into this. So anybody could change their life if they want to, right? With the internet. Wow. And so you just get inspired, like the chokers and the necklace you're wearing, right? And you have a whole line of this. And man, you said like your first month you made $25 and now you're up to $6,000-$7,000 a month. Who needs a microbiology job when you can do this, right?
As long as you have fun, I think anyone who have a passion, who puts their heart into it, and with internet now you can just share it with the world. And
Wow, that's amazing. And you do custom work too, and that must be nice. I mean, it sounds like people getting married call you up and they want certain kind of color chokers or jewelry that you just do, and to help people's lives so much. And maybe you weren't going to be the woman who would cure cancer, but now you can make everybody happy.
I do, in a way, make people happy. I have a customer. Oh, I need to tell you about this. He supported me from the beginning, and every week he would purchase a custom piece that he would give me the ideas for his wife and take her on a date.
No kidding. Wow. No kidding. So he's going to take it out for his wife. So you're enriching that marriage and that relationship just by what you love to do. So you're sharing your love so other people could love better.
Right, in a way, yeah, for sure.
So you're in the love business. What?
Oh yeah, well, around Valentine's Day, I do get a lot of orders from.
I was reading that people are doing pop-up stores now, like your stuff. And what was a neat idea, they're putting pop-up stores like in bars at happy hour on Valentine's Day. So all these men out there drinking all night, then they come over and they buy jewelry, yeah, to go home, to their family or lovers or whatever they have. And then the bars like it because you're an activity, if you have something to take. So it's another way to get retail without having to be retail.
Right. But it's a lot of work, though. I'd rather selling online and that.
And you could be in your pajamas and sell, right? But more importantly, you have a 3-year-old boy, and so your work is flexible, your day is flexible, right? If anything comes up, with the child.
Oh yes, that is important, especially these days. These past few weeks, we've been sick a lot, so we can keep him at home. It's nice.
Yeah, the change of the weather, I guess, causes a lot of people. I know I hate the change of the weather. Well, you're up in the middle of Maine, so you must be still winter up there, but we're trying to get to spring. It's not working too well, but we're trying. Wow. So what's in the future do you see? I mean, do you want to get into more retail stores or what do you think is going to happen?
Well, it does get me dreaming sometimes. I wonder where will I be in 5, 10 years. I hope I can do this for a long time because it really makes me happy. I guess I would dream of having a small office somewhere with a little team some days.
Ah, right. Well, sometimes you get inspired by other people being around, things like that. But maybe you should start a virtual office, and particularly when your kids are still around the house, maybe you don't want to go too far anyway. Uh, but I think, God, you could just be creative. And you design all this stuff yourself or from your customers who help give you ideas, huh?
Right.
Wow. Did you do this as a kid or what?
I started as a teen.
Really? No kidding. And what was your favorite item back then?
Excuse me, it cut.
Back as a teen, yeah.
Oh, I started with the lace jewelry. I was wearing those uncomfortable corset. I really love that fashion.
You know what I love of yours? The bow ties with the collar choker with a bow tie on it. Man, see, I wear bow ties all the time. See, so I love that idea. So I mean, interesting. See, what I could do is get one of those for my wife. So when I go out, I have a bow tie, and she'll have a bow tie.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a female version, a more female version.
Sexier than mine. Yeah.
That's all I about chokers. I think it's really a piece of jewelry that is sexy, unlike.
Yes, they are. I don't know if it's sort of like SM stuff that plays in your mind or what, but it is sexy material. Is it? Do you do any men's jewelry at all?
I have a couple of pieces that are unisex, but I focus on pieces for.
I'm sure it's a bigger market, and you get more fun with it.
I'm more inspired by.
So you've been at it really pretty full time for 4 years, and that's after starting with $25 and going up to $7,000 a month. That's wonderful. And I guess it doesn't take a lot of money to start, does it?
No, I started with a $10 jewelry kit, really cheap tools.
$10 jewelry kit. Here you are. Yeah, making almost $100,000 a year. That's wonderful. Well, you're an inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Realize, man, you take your passion, you throw it on the table, and you let people know about it. Yeah, and now you could do that on the internet, can't you?
And I hope I can do it for a long time. People have been.
It'll change a little, probably. I mean, I'm an old guy, and I see things change, but I'm still doing what I love, and just a little different format. Yeah.
It's a great time to be alive and for artists to be.
More artists, I think, now than ever before. And retail shops are closing because I could get special stuff from you personally instead of going into some big department store and getting stuff that gazillion people are getting, huh?
Right, people like having the unique piece that you'll not see someone else wearing on the street.
Exactly. That's wonderful. Well, that's wonderful. So it's Arthlin, ARTHLIN.com. And you'll see Lindsay there and all her wonderful stuff and even the bow tie choker. Get one of those for everybody. Thank you, Lindsay.